Hey, this is Joe with Wedding Filmmaker Mastery, and today we have Jennifer and Kayla who are here going to share their experience and what it was like joining our Wedding Filmmaker Mastery program. Thanks for coming in, Jennifer and Kayla.
Yeah, no problem.
Just to kick things off, can you share a little bit about, where you were before you joined the program? Share us your backstory a little bit.
So before I joined the program, I was pretty much just working as a subcontractor. So basically shooting weddings for another company, not really doing much on my own. I started my business 3-4 years ago, something like that. And I had only had like 2 clients of my own. So just in the past 4 months that I've been in Alex's course, I've had way more clients than I've ever had since I started my business.
But what were you struggling with initially before joining the program?
So my main struggle was definitely getting leads and just knowing, first of all, how to get the leads. And then second of all, what to do once I did start getting leads. I didn't know a very good structure of how to, go from the initial conversation with them and to get them to book. So that's something that was my main struggle. But Alex has really helped me with that.
And I believe that's something important too, is before you even shoot a wedding, you must first have to know how to get the wedding in the first place. And, part of that is like the marketing and the leads and how you do that. I guess so once you started joining the program, what were some of the things that you started implementing into your business?
So Alex provides email scripts from the start of when you get the lead to all the way to booking and after you get the booking, what to do once you deliver, after you've already delivered the film. Really, the email scripts have been super helpful. I feel so much more comfortable talking to brides. That's really been a game changer for me. And another thing that I really love that Alex does is just critique, like the film critiques that he does. I'd never had anybody actually critique my films before I was able to deliver it to a client. So that's been awesome.
I'm looking at my notes here, and I know you didn't get results right away. I guess it took you a few months to start booking clients on your own. Can you kind of elaborate on that?
The first thing we really started to do to try to get leads, for me to find leads, was we started Facebook ads. I kind of experimented with those for a couple months really, and they weren't really giving me the results I wanted. It took me a while to get that figured out, but the new ad structure that I've been doing has really been really good. I've gotten it just kind of jump started my leads. So it took a while to get started, but once it did, it just kind of started flowing.
So now I know you mentioned some of the results that you've gotten more leads, get more bookings. Are there any other kind of results that you would like to share that has helped you or that you saw from being a part of this program?
I had to kind of revamp my packages. That was another thing I really didn't know how to do properly was how to price my packages and what exactly to offer with each package. Having Alex kind of walk me through that process and kind of tell me how to do it from the start, that's been super helpful. And I've been able to actually, structure my packages and add the add-ons alone. I didn't even think about stuff that I could charge for. And that has helped me, not just, my base package, but being able to add on all these different things to the package that, clients really like. And it kind of just, it all adds up. So I make more money, the client's happier, and they get more stuff out of it. So
I know there's different sides, the business side of things and the creative side. I guess, what kind of improvements have you seen as a filmmaker?
My style has completely changed since I started, trying to edit weddings on my own. That was one thing I didn't really have much experience with since I was shooting for another company. I was doing most of the just shooting, and then the company does the editing. So that's one thing that I've been progressing on my own, is developing my style of editing. Alex, he literally goes through how he edits a wedding, his whole entire process. So that's been really helpful for me to learn from. And then, like I said, he does the film critiques. So he gives me all these little pointers, and that has really put my films up a notch that, that I wasn't getting before. So it kind of sets my films higher than other videographers in the area. They just have the same old wedding video, they all kind of look the same. By implementing Alex's techniques and, editing style and kind of tweaking it to my own, that really helps to make my film stand above the rest.
And I guess just to wrap things up, what would you say to somebody who's debating whether they should join the program or not?
I know it's a lot of money up front, and I was hesitant to do that too. Me and Kayla talked about it a lot before jumping into it, but you do make that money back easily. But once you start getting your weddings going and booking brides, it really comes back to you. I would recommend, just having a little bit of patience. If it doesn't, jumpstart right at the beginning, some people, they'll start succeeding within weeks or months of joining. And sometimes it might take you a little bit longer. So just have a little bit of patience and you'll get there.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And I'm sure whoever's watching this right now can kind of resonate with your story, previously working as a contractor for another company and now doing your own weddings. Thanks for coming in, Jennifer and Kayla. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Joe.